some modernistic exegetes will, as it were, update such a gospel as this. But if the Lord was handling demons, he knew what he was doing. And we need to have some idea of the same. I was just reading this morning how Blessed Anne Catherine Emmerich, way back in the early 1800s, was given an awareness that 50 to 60 years before the turn of the millennium, Lucifer, who had been cast down to the bottomless pit at Calvary, was going to be let out for a while. It would correspond also to what Leo XIII saw in the end of the 1800s. Spiritual warfare, therefore, must be part of our life, and certainly in a prayer group like this, it must be the centre of our life, insofar as not to take it seriously is to risk not knowing what are the forces that we're fighting with. And that, by the way, is the secret of their success. Just rock them to sleep. Now, I want to go into the specificity of demonic action and to give you some idea of how perfect it is. To help, I would like to go into something that happened quite a long time ago now, but extremely relevant. It's what happened in the States, in Iowa. I will quote part of the dialogue between the demons and the exorcist, a holy Capuchin, Father Theophilus. It happened by discretion in a convent, and it was one of the most ferocious cases ever recorded of exorcism and therefore possession. The exorcist has to ascertain who is present. The way in which this particular exorcism took place was particularly dramatic insofar as the lady who was possessed was not at all opening her lips. The voice, which was answering always in perfect Latin, German, English, whatever language was being used, was using something within the person. It was, as it were, producing a sound from some organ inside, but the lips were not moving and the voice was not that of the woman. Moreover, it was multiple. So the exorcist has to ascertain fairly quickly who is in there, and names matter. In the Hebrew thinking already, to name a person is to have a certain power over him. And when the most sacred name of Jesus and of his Blessed Mother are used, and pressure is put on the demons under those names, being creatures themselves, they have to obey. Reluctantly, but they must obey. So I quote, as we have it in extenso, some of the conversation. In the name of Jesus and his most blessed Mother Mary, the Immaculate, that's a title you can't bear, by the way. You know why. reminds him of too many things. Who crushed the head of the serpent, tell me the truth. Who is the leader or prince among you? What is your name? Now, here we have each time a description of the kind of noise that comes out. It's, in this case, a barking sound, rather like a hound of hell. Beelzebub! Hence the link with today's Gospel. The meaning of the word, by the way, Baal Zebul, is Lord of the Flies in Hebrew. You call yourself Beelzebub. Are you not Lucifer, the prince of the devils? No! Not the prince, the chieftain, but one of the leaders. That is already an interesting beginning. We have a personalization of demonic powers. It's not just a vague force, philosophically inclined. You were therefore not a human being. Now the exorcist here is saying something that he knows about. That you can have in demonic possession also human demons. And I believe that also in this case that happens. I'm not going to go into the cause of the possession, but it's something to do with the father, I believe, and I think the father is in there. After his death, he manages to come in there as a human demon. That's how, by the way, we've had the voice of the likes of Hitler on tape. He is down there, and his voice has come up with his Austrian accent. Ja, ich bin Hitler. You were therefore not a human being, but you are one of the fallen angels, who with, notice, selfish pride wanted to be like unto God. But every human sin which is of that nature participates to some degree in the original sin of Satan. And then, curiously enough, a grinning sound, as though he's gloating over it. Yes, that is so. Ah, how we hate him. Why do you call yourself Beelzebub, if you are not the prince of the devils? Enough! My name is Beelzebub. From the point of view of influence and dignity, you must rank near Lucifer. Or do you hail from the lower choir of angels? I once belonged to the seraphic choir. Seraph in Hebrew is to burn, the closest to the top. What would you do if God made it possible for you to atone for your injustice to him? And here, on the tape, comes out demonic sneering. Are you a competent theologian? How long have you been torturing this poor woman? Since her 14th year. How dared you enter into that innocent girl and torture her like that? No, sneeringly. Ah! Did not her own father curse us into her? I think it was a case of his wanting to commit incest and she refusing. But why did you, Beelzebub, alone take possession of her? Who gave you that permission? Now this bit is interesting. You'll see why in a minute.
Don't talk so foolishly! Don't I have to render obedience to Satan?
Shaitan is the adversary, Satan. So we have here already the tip of the iceberg. Do you see that there's a whole army, perfectly coordinated, better than any strategically formed military force on earth, calculating our downfall, each obeying the other, as in the best army. And we are happily saying, oh, it's only an equal force, sort of. Then you are here at the direction and command of Lucifer.
Well, how could it be otherwise?
So, on it goes. Is then the father of the woman also present as one of the devils? Since when?
What a foolish question! He has been with us ever since he was damned!
It's laughter coming afterwards. They're happy when they get one. Then I solemnly command in the name of the crucified Saviour of Nazareth that you present the father of this woman and that he give me an answer. So here we have rather an interesting reaction. A deep, a rough voice announced itself, which had already been noticed alongside the voice of Beelzebub. And then this comes out with a defiant roar.
No!
Who are you then?
I am Judas!
What? Judas? Are you Judas Iscariot, the former apostle? Then we have this horrible, woefully prolonged,
Yes! I am the one!
and this apparently was howled in the deepest bass voice. It set the whole room a-quivering, so that out of pure fright and horror, the pastor and some of the nuns ran out. That's not the exorcist himself. Then, for a disgusting exhibition of spitting and vomiting, as if Judas were intending to spit at his Lord and Master with all his might, or as if he had in mind to unloose his inner waste and filth upon him. So he was asked, what business have you here?
To bring her to despair, so that she will commit suicide and hang herself. She must get the rope. She must go to hell.
Is it then a fact that everyone that commits suicide goes to hell?
Rather not.
Why not?
Ah, we devils are the ones that urge them to commit suicide, to hang themselves, just as I did myself.
Do you not regret if you've committed such a despicable deed? Then a horrible, terrible curse follows.
Let me alone! Don't bother me with your fake God. It was my own fault.
Then he kept on raving in a terrible manner. Eventually, the father does come out. His name is Jacob, a human demon by now. There is also apparently a question of the mother, Mina, admitted that the cause of her damnation was her prolonged immoral life with Jacob while his wife was still living. But a more specific cause for her eternal woes in hell was her unrepented acts of, notice, child murder. And every person who now, from this new legalization of child murder, will be involved directly, will be in danger of this. It's not just a procedure like any other. We have also testimony from other sources, the likes of homosexuality is an open door to the wrong place. So too is sacrilege. So if these are hugely pushed, hugely acceptable, it's not just a vague social force, it's this same personal force that hates us with a perfect hate and can't bear that we lesser creatures occupy forever the places that once they had close.